will, unfortunately. Dense fog conditions continue across the coastal bend area. Here's a look at our SPID camera there. We're seeing improving conditions. That's worth noting, but still going to continue to see fog-like conditions until about 9:30 this morning. Low 70s right now for your temperature. Winds out of the southeast between about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's a look at that visibility map. Areas across the coastal bend still dealing with some of these dense fog areas. Kingsville down to a quarter of a mile of visibility, as well as Robstown. Alice, you're improving there along the 281, but commuting between towns, just remember that you're going to run into some of these patches of dense fog on those roads. Give yourself a little extra drive time and a little extra space between you and the drivers in front of you. Temperatures low 70s here from Corpus Christi, Ingleside to Robstown, Alice, Mathis, inland locations, all trending in that same direction. We're feeling a touch of that humidity. That's because surface winds starting to return out of the southeast in those overnight hours, filtering back in that Gulf moisture that we love so much. Dense fog advisory continues until 9 a.m. this morning for quite a bit of an area across the coastal bend, from Beeville all the way down to Kingsville. A small craft advisory will be going into effect later on this evening, lasting through our overnight hours and tomorrow. This is going to be in response to gusty wind conditions picking on up ahead of that cold front I mentioned earlier today. So if you've got any plans out on the water, definitely want to keep that in mind. Again, that kicks off tonight, continues into tomorrow night. Otherwise, across the state of Texas, not much going on. A few little spotty showers working on into the Houston, Galveston area. That in response to the increase in Gulf moisture. We're all seeing that return, that onshore flow return again, and then increasing moisture and humidity levels. Here's a look at the big picture of what we're watching. This dip in the jet stream here going to send a cold front down for us here in South Texas over the next couple of days. Friday into Saturday morning is the timing of that. You'll notice that here going to spark off a line of showers as it works its way across the South Texas coast. The increase in moisture we have from now until then, and then that cold front coming on in, allowing and providing some of that lift to some of that moisture, that's what we're going to see, is a line of showers. Areas to our northeast are going to be the ones who deal with more of that severe weather along that front, while as us here, we'll see some scattered showers, possibility of an isolated thunderstorm. But here's really how that's going to play out. Through the night tonight, 70s across the board here in Corpus Christi. Going into tomorrow, increase in cloud coverage, possibly some of that light fog once again tomorrow morning. Very little possibility of a spotty shower tomorrow morning and through the day tomorrow. That ahead though of the real action that's going to come on in Friday into Saturday night. Here's that overnight hours, overnight look at that line of showers working on in. Again, isolated thunderstorms going to be the threat there with gusty winds. Aside from that, I don't think we see too much from this cold front. However, our temperatures will take a little dip Sunday morning. Dew points will also take a dip. Otherwise, isolated thunderstorms to be expected. Gusty winds ahead of that. We saw that with that small craft advisory going into effect. And those winds are going to start to die on off Saturday, coming out of the north between about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Worth noting, though, that Corpus Christi is in a marginal risk for severe weather. Again, that just along the line of that cold front. All of that clears on out, though, as dry air filters in behind it, giving us a good weekend to enjoy outside. John Thomas.